Like, that's always my nightmare, is if I somehow got caught up on stage at a concert and it's like, you think you know the words?
You dummy, you thought pompatus was a word?
Yeah.
What's a pompatus, Ben?
Well, yeah, exactly. But I'm like, well, maybe I can just fumble my way through it using like the fake version of
I want to
English.
know what situation like in your nightmares. How does this occur?
I've just at a concert and sometimes they pull people up on stage to sing the lyrics.
Oh, that doesn't really happen.
It's happened. I went to Kendrick Lamar's song where
Kendrick Lamar doing it is brutal.
Yeah, and like Nicki Minaj, I went to one of her concerts. She got people up to do it.
That's tough. A rapper doing it, I feel it's just mean.
I know. So I'm at the front of Kendrick Lamar or whatever.
Right.
He's like, any volunteers? And in my mind, I don't even volunteer.
Oh
but
my
he's just
God,
like,
that guy.
You look like you know the full lyrics of, I don't know, what's that? I'm blanking on every Kendrick song. Swimming pools.
Wow. Well, he definitely wouldn't pull you up because he'd be like, what song do you want to sing? You'd be like,
I know the lyrics, not the names.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I actually happen to know the instrumentation. I can do it all, all of them with my voice.
I'll just beatbox the whole thing.
I can do all of the instruments.
So yeah, like there's like 50 people putting up their hands all around me.
And they're like, no, it has to be him.
Yeah, despite all of these eager volunteers.
People are climbing on the stage and he's like, no,
I've got a good feeling about this kid. So I don't think it's a founded fear, but I
can say it definitely isn't.
But it is like still my worst nightmare. That like you kind of think you know.
That's your worst nightmare.
Well, I could probably think of something worse, but
okay. Would you rather be buried alive or have that happen?
This is always the thing. It's like Kendrick asks you on stage, you fail at the song, and then he kicks you in the nuts. Like, okay, it could always get worse, but you know, it's still pretty bad.
I don't know that that's that much worse.
It's a lot worse.
Is
trust
it?
me. Just being kicked in the nuts. You're already embarrassed in front of a stadium of people.
And it's like, and he also has nuts and they're sensitive. What a fucking idiot.
No, we all know that.
I thought it was the embarrassment.
It is the embarrassment of, it's the pain and humiliation.
Okay. Why is it humiliating? Everyone knows you have nuts.
I assume they're going to be laughing. It's not that...
that guy's got nuts.
Kicking someone in the balls isn't funny because we didn't realize they had nuts. Like, do you watch Jackass and you're like, wait, he's got, and him? Wait, everyone here, they've all got testicles.
Whoa, that's so funny. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Imagine having testicles. As a woman, yes. That's the only reason we laugh at Jackass. I'm like, I don't get it. What's happening? Why does it hurt so much when they kick in there? And my friends are like, he's got nuts. I'm like, are you serious? That's so funny. Imagine having testes.
I don't have to.
Keep them inside your body, you fucking idiots. Men. Just shove them up next to your uterus like we do.
Oh my God, imagine having a uterus. You find that hilarious too, I see. What's up, everybody? This is Ben.
Shit. And this is Nobody.
And you're listening to Midnight Crisis, episode 12. We finally have more episodes than Cop Rock, which is all any podcast strives to achieve.
And as many nuts in the show as Viva Laughlin.
It has episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how many. There's a lot more nuts in Viva Laughlin than in the show.
Yeah, it's a complicated math formula.
Yeah, no, we have more nuts than Viva Laughlin has episodes. We have less nuts than physically... There's more testes in Viva Laughlin than here.
We have the same number of nuts as Viva Laughlin had aired episodes.
Yes.
I don't want to, because people might start Googling this and be like,
oh my God, Ben has 3 nuts. And then they would laugh.
There's probably more.
Because this is expecting that someone has, when you find out people have more or less nuts than you expected. As we established, that's funny.
But also, I don't really want to have, someone's building my Wikipedia page.
By the way, as it turns out, Viva Laughlin was only aired for 2 episodes, but there's actually 30. They're like, oh my God, Ben.
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
And then your Wikipedia page is like, world's most fertile man, Ben.
Or world's biggest nutsack at the very least.
Well,
Now
they
you'll
all
see why I'll be embarrassed at Kendrick Lamar because he kicks me in. My
All
testicles
33
explode in front of a crowd showering the first 2 rows.
testicles.
Yeah.
Do they grab them like woo? Like it's
prob-
something that was thrown off stage by Kendrick
Yeah,
Lamar?
probably at first, and then the initial excitement turns to horrified screams as they are covered in blood. And
I don't know what I'd think if it like an unsacked nut flew at me. I don't know what it was.
I feel like you'd figure it out.
Really? What does a nut not in its sack look like? I don't actually know.
I feel like it's one of those things when you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely a nut.
Like I'm thinking like a meatball.
Yeah, I feel like that's not too far off.
But like, what is the? I don't understand how nuts work. Obviously,
Clearly.
I should, but I don't.
Midnight Crisis.